The first wine in your shipment here is the 2019 Blancano. The 2019 is a blend of Marsanne, Roussanne, and Viognier, and it's all from our back property.
The back property is really close to the Mayacamas mountain, so shaded by the mountain, especially at the end of the day, and maintains a great acidity in the grapes and preserve also the flavors. So it's a great place to produce great white wines.
2019 is a blend of Marsanne, Roussanne, and Viognier. We fermented about 60% in stainless steel drums and then the other 40% in oak puncheons. There was about 20% new oak on this, and the wine is showing beautifully now. It's aged very gracefully.
Blancano is not very intense, it's very deep. So it's a wine that we can spend many minutes and even hours with the wine, and each time we smell, we have different aromas, and it's really a great perfume.
It's still very fresh, very persistent on the palate, and there's still beautiful primary fruits on this at 5 years old. This still has a long way to go for some aging, and if I was to pair this, I would love to have this with some scallops, or even a cheese plate would be great. The next wine in your shipment is 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon. 2015 is a special vintage for Philippe and I. It was our first vintage together here at Inglenook. It was a very hot year. I remember we harvested 3 weeks straight, Philippe. What do you think about it?
Of course, it was a challenge, but then we saw that the heat can damage the grapes, and so we decided to pick as fast as possible.
So Cabernet Sauvignon is always the best expression of the Inglenook estate. So we've got a blend of fruit from our back property, which is all Rutherford Bench, and a blend of our front property. And every vintage, this is the best expression of the entire estate.
The wines are powerful first on the nose, they are very intense, and then on the palate, these wines are very opulent, so they are very full-bodied. Also, we feel the concentration of tannins in the wine, so a lot of density, and still, at the end, they are not astringent. So this is, I think, the quality of the vineyard of Inglenook is to be able to make very fine tannins. So even if we have a lot of tannins, the wines are never aggressive.
I'm still getting plenty of fruit notes here on the wine. As wines age, you go more into tertiary notes, and then as time goes on, your tannins soften. And so here we started out with a lot of tannin, a very well-balanced wine, and now at 10 years old, it's still extremely well-balanced, but these tannins are really coming into their own and softening and showing very velvety.
This one is very powerful, again, very intense, so you can pair with some beef or something a little bit not spicy, but something strong in flavors, I think.
The last wine in our shipment is the 2015 Rubicon. So Rubicon's always an extremely special wine. It's always the best expression of the Rutherford Bench, the back of our property. It's all alluvial fan soils, and in our opinion, some of the best land in Napa Valley.
Each time when we taste all the wines produced, and so when we select the best to make the blend of Rubicon, it turns out that it's always grapes coming from the Rutherford Bench. And it's only in this part of the vineyard that we can select wines with very, very fine tannins and making dense wines, but very delicate.
I'm really impressed with how well it's jumping out of the glass and how aromatic this is. It's showing still some great fruits. We're starting to get a little bit of some more savory notes, which are going to turn into more of those tertiary notes. But it smells just incredibly beautiful right now.
What is amazing in this wine is not only the nose, but for me, especially is the texture of the wine that is so delicate. You know, we have immediately on the palate is so soft, and so you have just you just want to drink it.
No, and it's so well balanced right now and showing so persistent and long on the palate as well. It's just when you taste this, it just keeps going and going, and it's an incredible experience to have. We want to say thank you for being our wine club members. We hope you enjoy the shipment as much as we've had sharing it with you today. Have a happy and healthy New Year's, and cheers.
Cheers.